Hello and welcome to the Edmonds Racing Review Show, where Toby and Trent Edmonds join us to dissect the performance of the stable's runners over the weekend. Welcome, guys. Another huge weekend for the stable, a feature race double with Vanagirl claiming the Group 3 Roses and Smart and Sexy breaking through for her maiden win in the listed Dalrello Stakes. Toby, what a month or 6 weeks really it's been for the stable. You know, your first Group 1 and then backing that up with more black type wins on the weekend. And that now makes it 6 stakes winners for the team in the past 6 weeks. So you must be really proud of the team.
Yeah, no, we are. We're extremely proud of it. All of our team and jockeys. They've done a great job over the Winter Carnival for us. Horses have presented well, you know, and we've had a trouble-free winter, really, injury-wise, and the rest of it. So we've been quite lucky, and the horses have performed as they should. And yeah, that's actually Vanagirl's win was Group 2. So I'll just correct you on that. Not that I want to be narky or anything, but that was so we've ended up with a Group 1, a Group 2, and a number of listed races over the last couple of weeks. So great effort for everyone, by everyone.
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, of course they made the Roses a Group 2, whereas the boys' version remained, the Rough Habit remained a Group 3. But
that's right.
yeah, so great performance from all the team. And Trent, we know you've got a particular soft spot for Vanagirl. You've sort of touched on that, and the role continues. Obviously, why wouldn't you have a soft spot for her? She's strung together 4 straight wins, including her last 3 at stakes level. So understand that the Melbourne Spring beckons for her now.
Yep, certainly does. We're going to just put our heads together and knock over a program for her. It'll be interesting to see how much, as a 3-year-old filly turning 4, she improves. She's not obviously going to have a great deal of time off. But with that being said, they can sort of jump out of the ground. As a 3-year-old filly going to a 4-year-old mare, she's been outstanding. Obviously aided by another great ride, but she's a top filly and looking forward to seeing where she can take us. She's outstanding. Yeah,
it's been a great preparation for her. And speaking of Vanagirl, we must touch on Bruce. Bruce Slade's on assignment down in the Hunter Valley this week, which is why he's not here hosting. And the mail is he'll be inspecting Vanagirl's half sister by Star Turn, who'll be offered at Binary at the Inglis Easter Round 2 sale in July online. So stay tuned for that one. Toby, touching on Smart and Sexy, she broke through for a well-deserved win for the Archer Park team. What a way to break your maiden in listed company.
Yeah, done it. So her pedigree set now, really. You know, she's done a great job. You're right, she's maiden going into it, but you know, she looked in trouble sort of before the corner. Like she got off the bit pretty quick, but he didn't panic. Robbie sort of stayed in where he was, and then when the gap presented itself, she was very, very strong and got up to the line good. She's going to have a little break now. And on a little break, she might have 6 or 8 weeks off just to let her strengthen a bit more and let her chill out. She's quite a hot filly. So, you know, all that needs to, you know, come to hand and come together. So come back for Magic Meantime, hopefully.
Yeah, very good. Well, obviously, you know, that was her goal, and you ticked the box there. So, no, well done on the 2 stakes winners. You also had 2 other runners on the Eagle Farm program. Trent, the Pines got back and finished 7th in the Fillies and Mares benchmark 85 over 1,300 metres. The firm surface, is that what the prognosis was following the run?
A bit of column A, bit of column B adds, to be fair. Yeah, the surface is very firm there. Don't want to keep harping on about that. That everyone knows it's rock hard, but drew a bad barrier. Just needs to draw a soft gate so she can posse up a bit better. Drew a bad barrier, was 3 deep with cover out the back. They jogged for the first portion of the race and then sprinted home in 33 and a bit. So she made steady ground without being outstanding, but just the shape of the race and her wide gate, you know, cost her in the end.
Okay. Toby, Winter Bride backed up in the Group 2 Dane Ripper and ran an enormous race to finish 3rd in what was her final race before she heads off to stud. A great career for Segenho. Did you think at the top of the straight, or, you know, 200 metres out, it might have been the fairy tale finish?
Yeah, I thought she had them, actually. I know, watching the replay again this morning, she changed legs twice in about the last 50 metres. Might have just cost her that momentum. once is fair enough. They normally get onto a fresh leg and they find a little bit more, but then she decided to get back onto her other leg. So that's probably cost her winning, just her making a little mistake at a vital time. It's probably not much between any of them mares at level weights up to 57 kilos, 1400, just probably sees her right out as well. But she was game and she doesn't run a bad race. Very seldom, and she's been great for a stable. And shame she didn't go out a winner, but she gave her all and raced great, and she had a good career. So she goes to start a model Group 3 winner, Group 1 place getter, Group 2 place getter now, stakes winner. So look, her pedigree, she's done a great job. That's all I'm going to say. And she'll throw foals for the next 10 years, and they'll all get to Easter and Magic Millions and bring big money for Sedgeno guys.
Yeah, sure. I mean, as you say, no doubt she's got a soft spot, and we'll have for you guys. That's more than $655,000 in prize money from 9 wins, a total of 18 placings from 30 starts. So a huge effort. Really, as you said, really ran a bad race. So.
I suppose the longevity of her too. Like we've had her now for guts of 3 years, so she's been a regular, and sad to see her go, but. We're grateful that we were given a crack with her, and she's been tremendous. She's been outstanding, so can't ask for any more.
Hopefully you get your hands on a baby winter bride in the future down the track. But the winning run, yeah, for sure. The winning run also continued at the Gold Coast on Friday. Let's have a look at some of those performances. Toby, you were there to saddle up Unconditional, who made it back-to-back wins for the 2K Thoroughbreds team. A tough effort on the heavy going. Making it back-to-back wins also for apprentice Nathan Fazakali. And I know that the 2KT guys get particularly emotional about this fellow. He's obviously had a long time off from injury, as we've touched on in previous show when he came back to the winner's circle. And so well done to, obviously, you guys, Edmonds Racing, and also Fenwick Farm for getting him back there. And also a shout-out to Managing Director Sterling Sincotta, who I know had the tears welling in the eyes again on Friday.
Yeah, he was good again. Small field, very heavy, quite a heavy track. It was downgraded to a 10. I think, explain about winter tracks and the way they are. They might be heavy, but they're patchy, and that track's very tight, and so it takes a certain type of horse to handle it, and he got through it and handled it not too bad. Got the job done. It was more workmanlike. We're going to step him up in grade a little bit now and give him one chance, and then give him a break, I think. And good on Nathan. Rode him well. Put the stick away with about 30
except for the last 30 metres. Oh wow! I walked away from the TV. I went, "You beauty, he's got him." And
but you guys obviously, you had a little chat with Nathan after the race.
We did, yeah. Well, I did anyway. So told him to ride it 10 metres after on, not 10 metres before. So he's fine. Good on him.
All part of the learning experience. Yeah, but he's obviously developed a bit of an affinity with Unconditional. 2 straight wins the last 2, and he hasn't had that many rides for you guys, as sort of we've touched on previously also. So good job
3
there.
Rides he's had 2 wins.
3 rides for 2 wins. So hats off to him. The other runners on the Gold Coast program were all owned by Archer Park. Let's have a look at their performances. Trent Nymeria got back in the Class 2 over 1750 metres. Never really sort of finished off to finish 8th of 10. Was it the heavy going, the track surface there?
Yeah, I believe so. She's ducking and diving the whole way. Never travelled like she sort of can, and had been in good form prior to that. Obviously, barring her Toowoomba run, every other run this prep had been pretty good. But we decided to have a shot at the stumps. It's only a walk across the road. If she handled the heavy, then she'd race well. It didn't work. So try to avoid some heavy stuff with her going forward, and she can return to form pretty quickly. She's gone to the paddock for a couple of days now, and she'll be back later in the week to prep for her next one. But yeah, just never worked out on the heavy at all, and complete forget.
Okay, well, there you go. A bit of context there. The next runner, Toby, Say I See You, who raced on the speed and finished 4th in the Class 4, beaten 2.5 lengths. What were your thoughts on that effort?
Yeah, no, simply probably wasn't good enough in that grade the other day. We've been waiting for a wettish track for him, which he got, and he should enjoy. Maybe we rode him a bit close. The Rothsays like to be ridden a bit quieter. But, I think Robbie was of the opinion if we got too far away from the eventual winner or the favourite, we were going to have to make up too much ground. And that proved to be the case anyway. He's probably entitled to hang on and run second and couldn't. So, probably find a similar race. A little less grade up at Ipswich somewhere, and he'll be winning. But and just ride him a bit quieter. So that's my thoughts on him. But he just wasn't good enough on Friday.
Okay, yeah, a bit of a revised plan there. Trent, the other runner was Cuban Mint, who also raced on the speed before finishing 7th in the Class 1 over 1,400 metres. What did you make there? Any context to add to that performance?
Basically, mirroring what I was saying about Nymeria, thought she'd handle the really soft, and it was absolutely bog, and as Dad said earlier, the track's really tired and dusted, basically. One pleasing thing about it is that we've done a bit of barrier work with her because she hadn't been taking part in any of her events. And she got out and got running for the first time since we've had her, and sort of took a prominent spot. So if she gets conditions to suit, I think she can turn it around as long as the tracks are a little bit drier, wherever we take her pretty quickly. She's a filly that works a lot better than what her race record suggests. So now that we all hopefully have fixed her barrier manners and she can actually just take a spot, she'll be able to race her way to a win, providing we probably don't start her on such a heavy track again.
Okay, well, there you go. That's the runners from the Gold Coast. So, as we touch on, guys, another huge performance from the team. 3 winners, including stakes, 2 stakes winners from just the 8 runners from the 2 meetings. So well done to everyone involved, and it must make the early mornings and the Monday mornings a lot easier given the form in recent weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Certainly does.
All right, guys, well done. Thanks for that additional context, and we'll be back later on in the week with Bruce to do the preview show for no doubt another big weekend of racing coming up.
Beautiful, lads. Thanks for that.
Thank you. Bye-bye.